Welcome back, guys. So we left off here. We're reading this book, Varieties of Daedra. Let's finish it and finish the rest of Rivenspire as much as we can. Uh, it's a unique zone in High Rock. It is the northernmost zone in ESO, by the way, northwestern also. Varieties of Daedra, Part 1, by Arania Drethel, a healer and dissident priest. There is little chance for ever understanding of the various orders of Daedra and their relationships with Daedra lords and their dominions, of the varieties of Daedra that appear in our world, and the varieties of their relationships to their fellows and their Daedra patrons. There is no end. In one place and time, they are seen to be this, and in another place and time, they are seen to be the opposite. And in another place and time, they are seen to be both this and that in completely contradictory terms. What Daedra serves this prince? What Daedra gives orders? And what Daedra serves? And in what hierarchy? And under what circumstances? What Daedra exist in fellowship with one another? And what Daedra have eternal enmity to one another? And what Daedra are solitary or social? And turns by solitary or social, there are no limits to the varieties of behaviors that may be observed. And in one place they may be this, and in another place they may be that. And all rules describing them are always found to be contradictory and an exception to others. Further, from whom may we seek answers to our questions about these orders? From mortals who know little about what they may observe of another world, from the gods who speak in riddles of enigmas wrapped in mysteries, and who keep things from us, the better to preserve the dominion over us. From the Daedra themselves, who are never the models of straightforwardness or truth-telling, but rather are famous for misstatements and obfuscations. And even were the Daedra to speak the truth, how can we know if they know themselves? Or that there is any truth about them that is to be known, or are all arrangements among the Daedra protean and ever subject to change? In short, what is to be known is little, and what is to be trusted is nothing. These things being said, I shall venture to relate what I have observed and heard of the relationships of the servants of Lord Dagon in my brief service to the Telvanni wizard Divaithfir, when I sought him out and offered to bring peace to the victims of Corpus in his sanitarium. The Vietfir told me that he by choice trafficked only with two Daedra powers, Meros Dagon and Azura. Yeah, because the character Divaithfir has lived for 5,000 years. He knows each and every Daedra very well. Their nature, how they behave, the dangers. Azura, he said, knew and understood all things and declined to speak of these things or only spoke in riddles. Meros Dagon, on the other hand, out of pride, fixity of purpose, and a predictable lack of subtlety in thought, knew nothing and understood nothing, and was inclined to speak freely and without falsehood. The Vietfir said that Dagon's chief servants, the Dremora, were like him in pride, fixed purpose, and lack of subtlety, with the addition of the peculiar traits of honor and loyalty, both within their class and within their relationship to Lord Dagon. And Divaithfir said that the Dremora were ordered into clans and castes, and these clans and castes were well defined. Individual Dremora might rise or fall in ranks or move back and forth among clans, but only when regulated by complex oaths and only at the will and pleasure of their Lord Dagon. The Dremora referred to themselves as the kin, the people, contrasting themselves to other Daedra whom they consider unthinking animals. The term Kinas refers to a member of the Dremora race, he of the kin. The least of the kin castes are the churls, the undistinguished rabble of the lowest rank of the Dremora. Churls are obsequious to superiors, but ferociously cruel to humans and other Daedra. Next in rank are the caitiffs, creatures of uncalculating zeal, energy without discrimination. Caitiffs are used as irregulars in the faction wars of the Daedra, as berserkers and shock troops, undisciplined and unreliable, but eager and willing. The highest of the regular rank and file of Dremora troops are the Kinvals, warrior knights who have distinguished themselves in battle and shown the deliberate steadiness of potential war leaders. Above the rank and file warriors of the Churl, Caitiff, and Kinval castes are the officer castes. A Kinreeve is a clan sheriff or clan officer. Kinreeves are typically associated either with a clan fighting until or an administrative office in the order of battle. The Kin Marcher is the lord and high officer of a Daedric citadel, outpost, or gate. A Kin Marcher command is usually associated both with a unit and with a fief, a location or territory for which he is responsible. Above the Kin Marcher is the Marquinas, or Grand Duke. A Marquinas is a Lord of Lords, a member of the Marquin Merun's Council of Lords. The highest rank of Dremora is the Valkinas, or Prince. This warrior duke is a member of the Valkin, Maronsdager's personal guard. The Valkinas are rarely encountered on Tamriel. Normally, they remain by Maronsdager's side or serve as commanders of operations of particular importance or interest to Dagon. Yeah, so we start with the Churl, then the Caitiff, then the Kinballs, and then the Kinreeve, which is like the officer, police officer, and the Kinmarcha is the lord, and they're like administration. They're part of the administration of a place, basically, like a president. Kinmarcha is, and above the Kinmarcha is the Marquinas or the Grand Duke. So Marquinas is like a king, and Valkinas is like angels. They're like someone who lives with the god, because in the hierarchy of Dremora, the main god is Meryn's Dagon, and the ones that live with or guard Meryn's Dagon are like Valkinas, and the king is Marquinas, and the rulers of a particular area or a territory are known as Kinmarchers. Interesting. Okay. Now let's see what quest we have here. Nedros the Sly. Hello? Who is this guy? Nedros' journal. A tattered journal with most of its pages torn out. A sister and I have tried hard to make a life, but Gandinora is getting sicker day by day. Sicker by the day. No one is willing to hire a cannibal elf from the southern jungles. I have to leave her here in North Point. Leave her to find the gold for her balm. Read the second page. Been with the bitter hand a few days. The bitter hand are the bandits, by the way, bandit clan. But I've already earned more gold than I've seen in 3 months. Sent most of it back to sister. I wish it didn't have to be this way. However, I end up in the ground. I go knowing I took care of my family. Close the journal. A lucky break. I have skimmed the journal I found. Perhaps giving it a keeper will reveal more of Nedros' story. Find Nedros' sister Gandinora. I did read Nedros' journal. Yeah, it's the same thing. There's nothing left for me here, sister, and I've tried hard to make a life, but Gandinora is getting sicker day by day. No one is willing to hire a cannibal from the southern jungles. Them idiots everywhere. Giants with malformed ears and breath that stinks of cabbage. I keep promising Gandinora that it'll get better, that we will be able to afford balm for her illness. I'm a liar. It's not going to get better. I have to leave her here in North Point, leave her to find the gold for her balm. I hate to do it, but by the green, I will not let my sister down. I've only been with the bitter in a few days. I make more gold than I've seen in 3 months. I sent most of it back to Gandinora in North Point. Kept just enough to buy a decent blade. I can't tell her how I came by the gold. All the blood on my hands would sicken her. What I've become would sicken her. But then she was already sick. What she doesn't know won't hurt her. There are more soldiers out hunting for the bitter hands every day. We barely escaped the last patrol. I'm going to die, I know it. I can tell the way the others look at me. They know I don't have the training. I have the stomach for it. I love her so much. I wish I could have seen her again. I wish it didn't have to be this. However, I end up in the ground. I will die knowing I took care of my family, my Gandinora. Alright, I need to go to North Point for this. Right? We can do the result. We can go to Shornhelm and talk to the main NPC, see what's going there. Honestly, I don't know what to do. The price of longevity. Longevity. Okay, let's go into that. We have the tomes now. No. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can do the other quests. Price of longevity. Is it the Mage's Guild quest? I'm a bit confused. And where is the...
Over here, Initiate.
Where's the Doors of Oblivion part 1? Did we already read it? I'm a bit confused. I need to see this. No, not here. Not here either. Doors of Oblivion part 1 we didn't read. We didn't discover. Okay. Price of longevity.
You do well to keep.
It says it's inside this house, right? But there's nothing inside this house.
You'll want to talk to my husband. He handles the customer.
Alright. I guess I need to go to Shornelm in this raid because... Pick Children, North Point... Archaic Relics. Yeah, you know what? I'll just go to Shornhelm. Let's do this quest. Standard Descendant and Countess Tamrit. Yeah, let's go. We can just go with Mount, yeah, by the way. This is the road. We just go straight now. There's a book here, Cities. We can read this. This is the start of the house. Before him was nothing, but the foolish Alkmaar have names for and revere this nothing. That is because they are lazy slaves. Indeed, from the sermon, Stasis asks merely for itself, which is nothing. Cities sundered the nothing and mutated the parts, fashioning him from them a myriad of possibilities. These ideas ebbed and flowed and faded away. This is how it should have been. One idea, however, became jealous and did not want to die. Like the stasis, he wanted to last. This was the demon Anuiel, who made friends and they called themselves the Aedra. They enslaved everything that cities had made and created realms of everlasting imperfection. Thus are the Aedra the false gods, that is illusion. So cities began Lorcan and sent him to destroy the universe. Lorcan, unstable mutant. Lorcan had found the Adric weakness. While each rebel was by their nature immeasurable, they were through jealousy and vanity also separate from each other. They were also unwilling to go back to the nothing of before. So while they ruled their false dominions, Lorcan filled the void with a myriad of new ideas. These ideas were legion. Soon it seemed that Lorcan sorry, had a dominion of his own, with slaves and everlasting imperfections, and he seemed for all the world like an Aedra. Thus did he present himself as such to the demon, Anuiel, and the Eight Givers as a friend. Go on to the Sharmat Dagot as a friend. A Harma Mora Altadun Padome. Okay. So here it's something about Cities. Cities being the main source of everything, and how Cities gave birth to Lorcan, and the Lorcan basically tricked the gods, and Cities is praising Lorcan for doing it. And Aedra are illusion, according to this book, and Cities is the main thing. It's like basically a Dark Brotherhood book, so you believe in Cities, and it's the primordial force is Cities, and Anuiel is the opposite of Cities, and that's why there were bad things written about Anuiel. Shornhelm discovered. We are in Shornhelm now.
You there! A moment?
Oh, there's Stuga. It's a Rodgar quest, I think.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
Okay. Find the Stenrick descendant. Okay, we need to give this sword that we found to Trier Stenrick. Oh, there's Marcel's ghost again. Hello.
Hello, friend. Do you need directions to the inn?
I've come a long way to find a member of the Stenrick family.
Well, your journey has been successful. Stenrick blood certainly runs through my veins.
I found this sword in a crypt near Sanguine Barrows.
Marcel Stenrick? That was my great-grandmother's name. Is that really her sword? I grew up listening to stories of Dame Marcel's exploits. She was quite the warrior, if you believe the tales.
I think she wants you to have her sword.
This is amazing. Our family used to be much more prominent back in my great-grandmother's day.
Yeah.
Maybe her sword will turn our fortunes around. Maybe. Anyway, thank you so much for bringing this to me.
Yeah.
I'll always treasure Dame Marcel's sword.
Oh, she went away.
Perhaps it will encourage me to take up a life of honor and adventure.
Can you tell me anything about Dame Marcel?
Just what my parents told me. I never met my great-grandmother. Dame Marcel was an honored knight in the service of House Dorel. I remember one story set during the time of the great feud between the Tamriths and the Dorels.
What happened?
In the story, Dorel's son Lanciot was kidnapped on the road to Northport.
I read the story.
By a dozen of Tamrith's most ruthless warriors. Despite the odds, Dame Marcel never hesitated. She swooped in with this very sword and rescued Lanciot. I love that story.
Yeah, I read the story myself. Which books are here? Let's see. Vivek and Mafala. Okay. And okay, there's a sky shot here as well. Let's talk to Countess Tamrith. Hello.
If you're going to be dabbling in the arcane, I can tell you that quality ingredients are essential. Unless you don't mind singeing your eyebrows, that is.
Louise Pendle's
Dark times are upon us, friend. My family struggles to survive while our beloved nobles bicker ceaselessly about the most meaningless things. I tell you, just the thought of it makes my stomach want to heave.
All right, the Countess has given us our orders. Let's head west and see if there's any truth to those disturbing rumors.
What? Countess has given them orders and they're going west? Press shade? Seda, hello?
Countess Tamrith returns here for her father's funeral, and what does House Montclair do? They attack the upper city. The bastards killed more Shornhelm guards and civilians than I care to think about. It's like Rancer's War all over again.
Yeah. Noreen Garrick.
With all the recent trouble, these streets aren't safe at night. You should be careful and keep a hand on your gold pouch.
Yeah, I will. Captain Gogbag Groyashna. Hello.
Wonderful day for a blood fiend attack. What can I do for you, citizen?
Alright. Yeah. Shornham Chapel. Let's meet this person. But I'll change something. 1 second.
You sent the guard west to chase a rumor? We need those troops to protect Shornhelm.
Only some of them, Baron. My father would have done the same. Captain Genevieve will discover the truth and report back.
Countess, Baron, please. We must remain focused. As long as Montclair controls the upper city, the whole region remains at risk.
How can we trust you, Count Ravenwatch? Your friendship with Montclair is well known. What did you offer those captains to betray us?
I care for the Count even less than you, Baron, but he hasn't done anything to warrant such accusations. Yet.
We must end this debate and take action. Make an example of the two traitors and retake the upper city. How can the two of you not see that?
I do not disagree, Baron, but we need to proceed with caution. There is more to this situation than meets the eye. I know I make you both nervous. Perhaps we should continue this after our blood has cooled?
Mind your tempers, gentlemen. We have a visitor. Come forward, friend, and state your business.
Bah! You both try my patience. I can almost understand what drove Montclair to abandon our triumvirate.
Oh.
I returned to Shornhelm after my father's death to find a city divided and our land in peril. Baron Dorel means well, but he'd rather rush forward than take a moment to examine the path ahead. But what brings you to Rivenspire, friend?
I'm here to help.
Of course. The light provides as always. Baron Montclair is changed. We need to find out what has driven him to this perilous course of action. A letter? A journal? We need something to give us more insight into why he has betrayed us.
Baron Donald mentioned something about traitors.
2 Shornhelm Guard officers. They defected to Montclair's side and helped him take over the upper city. Look for Orlazog Grayarzal and Juberik Gain. Perhaps you can deal with these traitors and discover Montclair's motivations. Baron Dorel can tell you more.
Was Montclair always this ambitious?
Ambitious? I suppose he was no more or less so than any house noble. My father never liked the man, though. But to change so drastically? To put innocent people in harm's way? I pray for the wisdom to understand our foe.
Do you think Montclair seriously wants to start a war?
I suppose he hopes we will surrender and agree to his terms. But that's not going to happen. Neither House Tamrith nor House Dorel will give in to such outrageous demands. And I know the High King won't allow such treachery to go unpunished.
Do you and Baron Dorel argue a lot?
The Baron sees me as a child, and I find him to be a pompous ass. Light grant me patience. I know that he wants to appear strong, in control, but we need to peer into the shadows and determine what has led to Montclair's bold actions.
Who is Verandis Ravenwatch?
House Ravenwatch is an old Rivenspire family. As for Verandis, I do not like the man. Be that as it may, and despite his long friendship with Montclair, the Count seems genuine in his willingness to help. He cares deeply about our people.
Hello.
Heed my words, friend. There is more to Montclair's betrayal than the Baron and the Countess know. I suggest you proceed with caution when you enter the upper city.
Who are you?
I'm a lesser noble of the city, offering what assistance I can during this time of trouble.
Baron Montclair is your friend?
The Baron and I were friends, yes, good friends. But that was before this madness overtook him.
Dorel and Tamrid doesn't seem to like you.
Dorel sees traitors behind every pillar, but his intentions are good. He truly cares for Rivenspire and its people. He simply has the social skills of a sober Nord.
What about the Countess?
Tamrith is overly occupied with spiritual matters. She'd rather pray for my lost soul than engage in a rational discussion, much like her mother. Her late father was another matter. Sensible, strong, pragmatic. Her younger sister takes after him.
The Countess is a younger sister?
Yes, Captain Geneve of the Rivenspire Guard. In fact, the Countess just sent the good captain to investigate disturbing rumors from the western countryside.
Yeah, I saw them, yeah,
But
yeah.
rumors are for later. We have a more immediate problem right here in Shornhelm.
Yeah, when I came in, I saw some guards leaving to the western gate of Shornhelm. So it was Countess's younger sister, okay. Makes sense. Baron Alardoro.
Find those traitors and make them pay. Let's show everyone what it means to betray the city of Shornhelm.
The Countess said you could tell me more about the situation.
Situation? What's to tell? Baron Montclair betrayed all of Shornhelm and has taken over half the city. People have been killed or injured, property destroyed. And now Montclair has demanded that we surrender and crown him king of Rivenspire.
Why is Montclair doing this?
Now you sound like the Countess. Who cares why he wants to be king? The only thing that matters is that we stop him before he takes over all of Shornhelm. The man is a cad and a coward. I will never bend my knee to him. Never.
What can you tell me about Hubert Gain and Orlozag Yarzo?
I don't know what Montclair promised them, but we can't let such disloyalty go unpunished.
Yeah.
We must show resolve in this matter. We must deal harshly with these traitors. They'll be in the upper city, probably in the barracks or Montclair Manor.
Do you and Countess Tamrit argue often?
She's young and inexperienced. She hesitates, turns to prayer instead of her own good sense. A ruler has to think and act, not pray to bloody Arche for every little thing. If we hesitate in this, we'll surely lose everything we hold dear.
No, I hope not. The Shornhelm Chapel, right?
So much to do, so little time.
Find evidence, kill. Okay. And I'm going to the upper district. This is taken by Baron Montclair, right? Okay, let's see. Where is he? Max prison cell. Oh, there she is.
That blowhard Doral sent you, didn't he? Or was it sweet Tamrick? Whoever it was, sent you to die.
Really? You're the one who died. What's the lag? Don't mind me.
Burn! Scatter!
Ah, yeah. I'll collect this one and ancient scrolls of the drummer when we don't read them, of course. Weaken Montclair's control. Okay. Kill Jubilee Grain, find evidence. Reply from... Wait. Reply from Rizal Joe. Baron Montclair, I'm sorry you couldn't stay to see the end of this, but Schornhelm will soon be ours, and following your orders to the latter. To the letter. The upper city is under our control, the Schornhelm Guard is scattered, and soon the portal will be ready. We'll be able to ferry more Montclair troops in under their very noses. I continue to use our blessed gift, turning more and more people into vampires, but as you have no doubt observed, the process is often extremely accelerated. For every vampire I create to join our forces, I wind up with a dozen or more mindless blood fiends. Not that these don't also serve a purpose, but even so. Have you considered my request? I know that my work, my side project as you call it, will benefit you. Imagine your glorious army bolstered by unstoppable creatures of necromantic design. I've already had some success and I know I'm on the right path. And after we take control of Rivenspire, we can turn our attention to the south. We can succeed where Rancer failed. I just need more time and more resources. General Rizal Joe. Okay, makes sense. Rizal Joel is a necromancer, I guess. It's like Angof. Talwani furnishing. Ow. Ow.
Move now!
Oh, Uberic gain on blood gain.
Did those fools Dorel and Tamrith send you? Let me show you the power I've gained since joining House Montclair.
House Montclair? What power? You're just dying with a fly. What? Died like a fly, Uberic gain, idiot.
There's the one that defeated the corrupted spirit inside of the weird tree.
Yep, that is me. This is the evidence.
Torch it!
Ah, it's below. My bad. Wait, how do you get below? Wait. Yeah, okay.
Hey, you there! A little help here. Damn Montclair bastards caught me snooping around.
Gordo. Orlo's access chest, okay. Options set talk to Scordo, okay.
If you unlock this cage, I'll be your best friend for life.
What are you doing inside the
I
cage?
needed some quiet time. What do you think I'm doing in here? I went and got myself captured. I'm one of the Shornhelm Guard. Look, let me out of this cell, and I can help you.
Why should I trust you?
Good question. You shouldn't. But that doesn't mean we're not on the same side. I bet they sent you to find information about Montclair. Open the cell and I'll tell you what I know.
I'll open the cell.
I hate being caged. Makes me all itchy. Anyway, Orlozog shoved a letter in that chest over there. It explains a lot. I appreciate the help. You're all right in my book. Now I need to report back to Baron Dorel.
Okay. Why is he shouting though? Wait, what was it? Reply from Rizal Joe. Oh no, letter to Rizal Joe. Oh, sorry. General Rizal Jewel. Orlozag will get you more people. I promise you resources and I will not go back on my word. But you had better be right about these creatures you can create. You promised me an army of obedient, strong servants and I expect you to deliver. If not, we can always create more blood fiends. In the meantime, hold the upper city. When the time is right, bring in reinforcements and push forward. Take the whole city, use the old favored muse as a staging ground. You can open a portal there and I'll send troops through. Out of sight of the Shornhelm Guard, then we can launch a surprise attack and all of Shornhelm will be mine. And remember, use the powers we have been given. Your creations are well and fine, but employ our blessed gift to create more vampires and blood fiends whenever the opportunity arises. I'm sure that Dorel and Tamrit will dither for days before making a decision, which gives us plenty of time. I look forward to hearing them beg for their worthless lives. Baron Montclair. Okay. Baron allowed Dorel.
What news do you bring from the upper city? Have the traitors been dealt with?
The traitors have been dealt with, but Montclair is gone. He left General Rizal Jewel in charge.
Damn. Montclair's Argonian is as crazy as an outhouse skeever. His soldiers kidnapped a few nobles, grabbed them in broad daylight. Probably hopes to use them as insurance against us. But he must realize that I never negotiate with terrorists.
I found a letter. Rizal Jul plans to bring reinforcements in through the favored muse.
Then we have to act fast. Go to the muse and free Lady Aureen Tamrith, Nethan Albergama, and Sir Estienne Gillen. If you can take out Rizal Jul along the way, all the better. In the meantime, we'll mobilize the Shornhelm Guard and retake the upper city.
I'll head to the favored muse and free the hostages.
This Rizal Jewel seized nobles. Such brazen acts must not be tolerated, Baron.
Indeed. It is time to act, Countess. No more talk. No more debate.
How can we walk in the light if we leave innocent townsfolk to languish? Wait, are you agreeing with me?
Don't look so shocked, Eselde. It was bound to happen eventually. Our friend will go to the Muse to free the hostages and stop the reinforcements while we assault the upper city. A two-pronged approach.
Well, all right then. Baron, if you would, give the command and rally the Shornhelm Guard.
It will be my pleasure. It's time to show those Montclair cowards what it means to betray the people of Rivenspire.
One moment, friend. I may know something about the fevered Muse.
Okay.
The fevered Muse. I haven't thought about that place since I was a child.
What can you tell me about the fevered muse?
It's a ravine beyond the upper city. It's been sealed off for years. They used to send the ill and infirm there. Those afflicted with the plague, Khajiit fever, Argonian leprosy, things like that. But that was a long time ago.
Can you remember any details that might help me?
It's a dank old place. Oh, I remember now. The sewers. You can sneak through the old sewer tunnel. It leads to right near the entrance of the fevered Muse.
Any idea what I might find in there?
The ravine is riddled with small caves, as I recall. There's an even older section, an ancient ruin. If this Argonian is using a portal to bring reinforcements into the city, I suspect those ruins would make a proper staging ground.
Okay. Count Verandis is gone though. Use distant passage to the muse. I will. To the fevered muse. During the Thracian plague of 1st era 260, to avoid infection, the nobles and merchants of Clash of Shornhelm quarantined themselves in these caves for 5 months. They finally emerged to find Rivenspire virtually depopulated. Wow. Good to know.
Not so fast, my friend. You don't have to deal with this on your own.
Hello, Verandis.
I assume you have come to rescue the nobles and stop Montclair's reinforcements.
Yeah.
But if Rizal Jul is here, you shouldn't have to face him alone.
How did you find out about this place?
I am not without resources of my own. When I discovered that Montclair had left the city and heard that the nobles had been taken captive, it wasn't difficult to ferret out the mad Argonian's hiding place.
You have spies working for you?
I have loyal associates. Let's leave it at that for the time being. Suffice to say, we have nothing but Rivenspire's best interests at heart. Now, let's go rescue those nobles.
Can you tell me anything about Rizal Jul?
Well, the Argonian. He has been at Montclair's side for a long time. He is a skilled warrior and an alchemist. I believe he may also have darker interests, including necromancy. Understand this. Rizal Jul is powerful and not quite sane.
Yeah. Look for key on Montclair troops. Okay. Find key to unlock noble cells. Key to unlock the prison cells in the favored muse. Okay. Okay.
I knew Father would send someone for me. He's the ambassador from Alakir. Did I mention that?
Baron Montclair and his Argonian general, Rivenspire, attacked the nobles of Shornhelm. This is an outrage.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Baron Dorel didn't accompany you here. He's never been one to...
Lady Aurene Tambrid is the mother of...
I prayed that I wouldn't be left to that lizard's... They poked and prodded me. I'm of House Tamrith. How dare they?
I'm surprised Baron Dorel...
That horrible Argonian, Rivenspire, said he would turn me into a powerful creature. Why would I want that? Sweet freedom. Thank you so much for coming to my rescue.
No worries.
I'm surprised Baron Dorel didn't accompany
Why
you.
are you so anxious to help
He's never
resolve
been
the
one to shy.
situation in
Shornhelm's
Shornhelm?
stability affects all of Rivenspire. If Montclair and his allies take over the city, I fear all of Rivenspire would soon fall. And then they would look beyond our borders. He's always fancied himself the true heir to Rance's throne.
That doesn't explain everything.
I usually leave politics to the other nobles. I prefer to deal quietly with the more unusual problems. As for the why of things, call it an obligation. But now is not the time to discuss the past.
Okay, what to do now? Confront Rivenspire. Okay. Where is he?
I suspect that Rivenspire is behind that stone door, along with his portal.
Okay.
We need to stop him from bringing through more reinforcements.
Okay. Close the portal, okay. Oh, there he is. Knight Alex. Talk to Khan Verandas, okay?
I can feel the magic. There's a portal close by. We need to close it before we're overrun by more Montclair soldiers.
You need to close the portal.
I should be able to close the portal. It won't take me more than a few seconds. There. That should keep them out. Shornhelm will be safe now. I shall begin my research at once, try to determine where Rivenspire has gone. In the meantime, you should seek out the High King. With the portal closed, we stopped Rivenspire from sneaking more Montclair troops into the city. It is frustrating, though, that Rivenspire slipped away. That Argonian is sly and cowardly.
Any idea where Rivenspire disappeared to?
No, and that's what worries me. He must be tracked down and dealt with swiftly. Thanks to your efforts, though, Montclair's plan to take control of Shornhelm has been stopped. You should inform High King Emmerich and the other nobles.
Is the High King in Shornhelm?
According to my sources, he was close before I entered the Mews. I have no doubt that the Shornhelm Guard has reclaimed the upper city. I assume Dorel, Tamrith, and the High King are even now in Shornhelm Castle. Give Emmerich my regards.
Oh, hey, Scordo.
I was just about to go in after you. Thought maybe you were stuck in a cage or something.
The upper city has been retaken.
Bunch of whiners, Montclair's troops. The moment we really pushed back, they broke off and demanded we accept their surrender. Dorel wants to execute the lot of them, but the Countess wants to consult with the High King. Too soft-hearted she is.
Why were you looking for me?
Wanted to let you know that High King Emmerich has arrived. He's in Shornhelm Castle with the Baron and the Countess. Me? I think I might leave when this is all over. Join the Fighters Guild. See the world. I certainly could use the change.
With all the recent trouble. No one followed you here, did they? I don't want to move again.
Well, why would you want to move?
I came out here to be alone. Rivenspire is falling to pieces, and I want no part of it. If I were you, I'd find a hole to climb in, and I wouldn't come out until all this passes.
Knight of the Lamp? What the fuck? What is this? Montclair Assassin's Orders. House Montclair thanks you for your service and for your patience in this matter. We know you will perform admirably once the targets are identified. While we finish assembling the list of targets, stay close to the city. Further instructions will reach you shortly. So what's going on in Crash Shed Mine? There's a book here. The farm event. Ah. The firmament. This book appears to be about the reputed qualities of birth signs for those born under certain constellation and does not describe those mysterious stelae commonly referred to as Mundostones. Falke's preferred text by Falke. The stars of Tamriel are divided into 13 constellations. 3 of them are the major constellations known as the Guardians. These are the Warrior, the Mage, and the Thief. Each of the Guardians protects his 3 charges on the 13th constellation, the Serpent. When the sun rises near one of the constellations, it is that constellation's season. Each constellation has a season of approximately 1 month. The Serpent has no season, for it moves about in the heavens, usually threatening one of the other constellations, the Warrior. The Warrior is the first Guardian constellation, and he protects his charges during their seasons. The Warrior's own season is last seed, when his strength is needed for the harvest. His charges are the Lady, the Steed, and the Lord. Those born under the sign of the Warrior are skilled with weapons of all kinds, but prone to short tempers. The Mage. The Mage is a Guardian constellation whose season is Rain's Hand, when Magicka was first used by men. His charges are the Apprentice, the Golem, and the Ritual. Those born under the sign of the Mage have more Magicka and talent for all kinds of spellcasting, but are often arrogant and absent-minded. The Thief. The Thief is the last Guardian's constellation, and her season is the darkest month of Evening Star. Her charges are the Lover, the Shadow, and the Tower. Those born under the sign of the Thief are not typically thieves, though they take risk more often than others, and only rarely come to harm. They'll run out of luck eventually, however, and so rarely live as long as those born under the other signs. The Serpent. The Serpent wanders about in the sky and has no season, though its motions are predictable to a degree. No characteristics are common to all who are born under the sign of the Serpent. Those born under this sign are the most blessed and the most cursed. The Lady. The Lady is one of the Warrior's charges, and her season is Heartfire. Those born under the sign of the Lady are kind and tolerant. The Steed. The Steed is one of the Warrior's charges, and her season is Mid-Year. Those born on the sign of the Steed are impatient, always hurrying from one place to another. The Lord. The Lord's season is the first seed, and he oversees all of Tamriel during the planting. Those born on the sign of the Lord are stronger and healthier than those born under other signs. The Apprentice. The Apprentice season is Sun's Height. Those born under the sign of the Apprentice have a special affinity for magic of all kinds, but are also more vulnerable to magic. The Atronach. The Atronach, often called the Golem, is one of the Mage's charges. Its season is Sun's Dust. Those born under this sign are natural sorcerers with deep reserves of magicka, but they cannot generate magicka of their own. That's why in other places they cannot regenerate magicka. But it's funny, in ESO, the Atronach Mundustone actually regenerates magicka. So it should be the opposite. The Mage should be giving magicka regen, and the Atronach should be only giving max magicka. But it's kind of funny, like ESO. Doesn't follow rule, the Elder Scrolls lore. The Ritual. The Ritual is one of the Mage's charges, and its season is Morningstar. Those born under this sign have a variety of abilities depending on the aspects of the moons and the divines. The Lover. The Lover is one of the Thief's charges, and her season is Sun's Dawn. Those born under the sign of Lover are graceful and passionate. The Shadow. The Shadow season is second seed. The Shadow grants those born under the sign the ability to hide in shadows. The Tower. The Tower is one of the Thief's charges, and the season is Frostfall. Those born on the sign of the Tower have a knack for finding gold and can open locks of all kinds. Alright, this should be our last. The man is responsible for much of Crashtrade's prosperity, but work has suspended. After Crashtrade mine, we're gonna stop the stream. Letter from Gothark. Grulars, you have always been a dreamer. You have always been a dreamer. My sister and I love that about you. As mad as some of your schemes have been, I've always tried to encourage you. But this time is different. Trolls are dangerous creatures. I fear that this dream will be your last if you do not abandon it and come home. Since you have refused me several times now, I assume this letter will also fail to change your mind. So I'm just going to have to let go. I'll always love you, sister. Gotharg. Sounds like an orc. Damn, the trolls are eating humans here. What the fuck? Any notebooks, texts, nothing. What happened here? Troll socializing research notes. It worked. By mimicking troll behavior and mannerisms, I seem to have gained the trust of the trolls and crest-shaped mine. Though I'm still keeping a healthy distance, the trolls have seen me and have not attacked. Entry 2. I have made great progress in my interaction with the trolls. I've moved deeper into the mine to better observe them, and I can now walk freely among them. I was right. Trolls can be socialized. I might one day live in harmony with them. Final entry. I finally won the confidence of the troll patriarch, Grimtooth. My work here is done. I wish you could have been here, Gothark. But I'll see you soon in Shornhelm. I'm going to give Grimtooth a big hug goodbye, and then I'm on my way. I should return this journal to Gothark in Shornhelm. Ah. I think she died, right? This is her corpse. And this is her book. Okay. Grimtooth. I'll turn this quest and finish this stream. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey.
A moment?
Hey, Gatark.
Join me for a cup of mead. A toast to those we've lost. My parents to death, and my sister to her crazy dreams. We're all going to go sometime. We might as well have a drink or two before it happens.
I found this research journal in Crush Shade Mine.
That's my sister's journal. So sweet, but so young and foolish. She was obsessed with the idea that trolls could be socialized. I knew this day would eventually come. I think it's time for another cup of mead. Thanks.
Gorlas' troll learning staff. Grulas' troll learning staff. A troll taming staff awarded for returning her journal to Gotthard in Shornhelm.
Help me get back on my feet.
Alright. So, good video for now. See you guys in the next one. Cheers. Shornhelm is beautiful, by the way. ESO is beautiful.